We've got Champions League results to talk about and another Super Sunday to do predictions for. You're watching Foot and Mouth. Welcome back to Foot in Mouth. We had some Champions League football last night and some interesting results to say the least, bro. Two heavyweights in Europe, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, both taking L's. Unexpectedly, I'd say. Real Madrid obviously lost to Lille.
Yeah, definitely unexpected. The Villa against Bayern one is, I guess you could argue, Villa looked very good this season. And
Bayern did dominate the game.
No, they did, but I just mean, like, obviously we watch Villa. I watch Villa more than I do Bayern Munich, and Villa have looked very good.
Yeah, I don't
Unai
think that
Emery
was
is a very good manager.
I don't think it was a nice watch for United fans going into this weekend, getting a 1-0 win with a worldie of a goal by John Duran.
Yeah,
the man out again, bro.
I saw on the overlap, the fan debate thing, they were arguing that Villa have like the best two strikers in the Premier League,
Watkins and Duran.
And it's like, it's tough to argue when you see him score goals like that, when you see him do the things he's been doing in the Premier League. I don't really fully rate either of them, though. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, because Watkins misses too many chances.
He misses so many chances.
He misses a
Watkins
lot of
and
chances.
Duran, I don't really rate the two of them. I think they are better strike partnerships in the league.
I think what Duran helps him is his age, because I think he's like 20.
Yeah.
And also, like, all of these goals that he's scoring are when he's coming off the bench, barely playing football.
Yeah.
So his goals to minutes ratio looks
It's
very good.
incredible. I think it's like on par with Haaland. But again, like we said, he always subs in. He never plays a full 90, so it's gonna be harder. But yeah, his goals to minute ratio is kind of hectic.
I actually think it's only a matter of time before he benches Watkins, I can't lie. Watkins especially had a slow start to the season, goal scoring wise. And yeah, he's picked it up in the last few weeks. But Duran has been literally their savior for so many games.
I can't see that happening. Watkins is like a talisman, bro. When you have a player like that, you don't let that player fucking go.
I think the main worry would just be a matter of losing Duran, because apparently last season I heard from Alistair, shout out Alistair, that apparently Chelsea was swimming around for Duran last season. And if he continues at this pace...
Look, it makes sense for a backup striker to be that good. Obviously, other teams are going to want to buy him. But if Villa are smart, and I think they are smart, I think they'll keep the two of them.
Yeah, they gotta. It would make a lot of sense for them. But yeah,
and if anything, I'll end up selling Watkins for like $100+ mil. You know what I mean?
They are gonna overcharge for him if he does move on, bro. But yeah, they've got some good strikers. They've got some good players there, because obviously Morgan Rogers as well, bro. We can't sleep on this man. And yeah, I'm so happy to see Unai Emery getting his flowers now, but not only for like performances and the results, but also for player development. But yeah, not a good watch for United fans going into this weekend. Another not good watch for big football fans out there was Real Madrid losing 1-0 to Lille through a penalty. And yeah, look, this is one of those things that make this new Champions League format interesting, because obviously the way things are panning out right now, you know, Real Madrid, obviously it's only 2 games in, but Madrid aren't exactly safe as things stand. Nor Bayern Munich, nor PSG.
Look, they will be though. Let's be honest. I think that I'm sure they play much easier games than Lille.
I think goal difference is going to play a big part in what happens with the top 8, because the top 8 obviously goes straight through. And Dortmund's leading the way. The amount of goals they've scored in their Champions League game so far is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Another big win for them last night. But yeah, look, that does it for the interesting results in Europe. I think Juventus obviously got a nice win with 10 men, which I think was good for them. But those heavyweight teams losing, bro, I was quite surprised. I can't lie. Even though I do rate Villa at home, I thought Bayern would give them a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah, but look, I'm going to be honest, bro. I know, like, Vincent Kompany is a good manager and all, and I'm sure Bayern are doing whatever in the Bundesliga, but I don't really rate Bayern anymore.
Yeah?
Yeah, like...
A lot of people haven't, to be honest.
I just don't think... I think some of the players that are there, like, aren't... Like, I don't know. Like, I could just, like, Upamecano, he's okay.
Harry Kane, he's okay.
Harry Kane's good.
Emi Martinez did have a lot of work to do towards the end of that game.
But, like, fucking... Gnabry and Sane, I don't know. I don't really rate these players anymore.
I rate them. I can't lie. Obviously, Arsenal last season didn't have as much luck as Villa did against them. But yeah, look, they take a very big win into this weekend. Another Super Sunday. Aston Villa at home, of course, to Manchester United. Ethan, how are you feeling? Has this result against Bayern changed your outlook on the game, or did you kind of expect
No, look, I know Villa's very good, and I think they do have the capabilities to do both Europe and the Premier League this season. And I have low hopes in United. Obviously, we're filming this on the night United play Porto, so I don't know how they do in this game.
Yep.
I'm assuming not well.
Yeah, you've already predicted a United loss 2-0, 2-1.
And if that is the case, then I'm assuming we don't do well against Villa either. Let's be honest. Villa's very good. Definitely better than Porto. It's at Villa's home.
At Villa Park, bro.
Yeah, look, I actually don't know. I don't know. This isn't going to go well for United. I think...
You're so just devoid of like hope, bro.
3-0 Villa.
3-0 Villa.
Yeah, I honestly...
Just gonna get straight to the prediction.
I genuinely don't have much to say because I haven't seen this Porto game. I don't have much to say about United anymore, to be honest.
I'm gonna ask you one question. In your opinion, what's Man United's best hope of getting a result in this game? Is it a style of play? Is it a specific player? Is it a...
No, well, the players just need to have good games. We can't have what happened in the Spurs game where nobody has a good game, because if that happens, we fucked.
Yeah.
And again, knowing United, knowing the way people's heads drop and the way things go, as soon as shit doesn't go our way, their heads will drop and it will be worse.
Fair enough.
Whether Ten Hag can motivate these players, I don't know. We're seeing backroom leaks now that players don't have faith in it. We saw Benny McCarthy in an interview talk about how a lot of the players don't have the right mindset. I think he specifically mentioned Bruno and Delo as players who do have the right mindset, and if they had more players like Bruno and Delo, they would be successful. Again, though, this is like the third or fourth time that they've hinted at Rashford not having a good mindset, because he's never brought up in these lists and he's been there the longest.
Yeah, he's been looking... I saw a lot of clips going around online about him smiling and laughing in training. And it seemed to upset more Man United fans than anything else.
Yeah, but I mean, let's remember this dude went out partying the night after we lost to City. So I'm at this point, I'm past Rashford doing his... like, it doesn't matter anymore. No, look, it's gonna be very hard. Hopefully players have a good game. But even if they have a good game, Villa's so good, I still don't really see us winning.
Especially at Villa Park, man. I think that's such a difference maker.
Yeah. And I mean, fuck, if it was at Old Trafford, it makes
no difference. That's also true.
No difference,
at
to be honest.
At this point, with what we've seen so far, it wouldn't really have made that much of a difference. Sure, I don't know. I'm also going to predict a Villa win. Right off the bat, I'll say that much. I'm predicting a Villa win. Man, you know what? Ten Hag obviously back against the wall. Anything's possible in football. I always feel every time you count Man United out, they do something that just puts them back into the conversation for, good performances and all that stuff. Like, it's obviously going to be a one-off, even if this is the case. But I have a sneaky suspicion that United can pull some result here, bro. But yeah, I'm going to go Villa.
On paper, we can. On paper, it's a good team. But when you watch them play, there's nothing there. I think that the jury is set. Ten Hag will go. I don't say, and I mean this turnaround from Thursday night to Sunday, I don't think it's not going to work out for us at all.
Doesn't help.
So yeah, everything is basically against United and Ten Hag right now, and I don't think United's gonna be able to fight the world and actually win this.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will see. Look, I mean, I don't know. Look, we might beat Porto like 5-0 tonight, dominate them, 70% possession. They have so that could happen. It's probably not going to happen, but it could happen. And then, it's a very different, but again, without the context of tonight's game, I don't really know. I honestly don't know.
I think tonight you're probably hoping more that, because you predicted a loss already for the Porto game. Let us know what you guys think is going to happen in the night game. But I'm pretty sure you also are kind of hoping that you can at least stay injury free. Like, the last thing you need now is, so I guess, who would be an injury that makes you worry at this point, considering the state of the club?
It'll just be one of the forwards, or like an Acha or Diallo.
Yeah, I suppose, okay, I've also gone. I'm going Villa 2-1. I'll say Villa 2-1. I think Man United bag a goal at least. Swansea has gone with a 3-0 Aston Villa win.
Yeah, same.
For this weekend.
Same.
We are getting spoiled with Sundays these days. There are some big games. And I think what's crazy is, if you told someone 3 years ago that Aston Villa would be considered part of a Super Sunday fixture list.
I know, if you also told them they'd beat Bayern Munich.
They beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League, bro. I saw a picture that went up, the last time they played Bayern Munich, they also beat them 1-0, and that was in the 80s or something.
Yeah.
So
Unai Emery is a good manager, and I would take him at United. To be honest, if the option came up, I would take him.
Yeah, I think he's locked at Villa now.
He's definitely locked.
And it's pretty much, we've been saying this, it's a match made in heaven. I'm just really happy to see this guy getting his flowers now, bro. Other than that, we'll get onto our team. My team, sorry, our team.
Yeah, maybe I'm an Arsenal fan.
Maybe by the end of the season, Arsenal, another very favourable match. We got at home to Southampton. And we are coming into this off the back of a 2-0 PSG win. So morale's really high. Southampton are just down in the dumps, bro. They can't stop conceding goals. They can't stop losing games. I hope that they'd stay up in the league this season.
None of them are going to stay up.
Yeah, and I think that this is going to be like I think it's a third relegation for Adam Ramsdale if they do go down, bro, which is not good. But yeah, I think we're just going to pile on the misery for them this weekend, bro. I can't look past Arsenal, considering the form they're in. And I'm going to say right off the bat, before I even get into lineups or anything, I'm going to say 3-0 Arsenal. Sponsy's gone with a 4-1 Arsenal win. Look, we conceded against Leicester because of a worldie by James Justin. And the first goal was also decent, I give him that. But I don't think Southampton are going to have that kind of luck in this game. So I think this is another clean sheet in the pipeline. We'll probably see Ben White come back into the starting lineup, which I'm kind of hoping for. Yuri Timber obviously came off against PSG at halftime because he felt something muscular that they weren't sure about, so they played it safe. I think play it even more safe, bro. Bring in Ben White. He hasn't started our last 2 games, so he should be fresh. So I'd bring him back into the lineup. I'm going to say again, start Nwaneri, bro. Start Ethan Nwaneri, because when he came on against Leicester, within like a few seconds, he almost got like a freaking goal of the season, bro. The way he ran through and just took a shot at goal was a really good attempted goal, bro. But again, Hermansen's form in that game was just undeniable. So I would start Nwaneri.
These are the games you'd want to do it in.
These are the games.
Southampton is nothing.
What, they bottom of the log, eh?
Yeah.
I think they're lower than Everton at this point, yeah.
And look, it is unfortunate for Ramsdale, but yeah, having like... He's not good enough. He's not good enough to like make a difference to a team. He's not that type of goalkeeper.
Yeah, look, I've said before that when he did get relegated with the last 2 clubs, he was their player of the season for both seasons. So fair play, he did his job as best he could. But the rest of the team, bro, a goalkeeper's not gonna unless you're De Gea. You know, De Gea very much did that for United.
No, but again, De Gea was the best goalkeeper in the world at one point. And Ramsdale has never been the best goalkeeper in the world.
That's true, bro. That's true. So yeah, I'm going 3-0 Arsenal. I think it's gonna be 7 for 7 at the Emirates for Havertz in this game. One thing we've seen from Arteta so far is that even if there is any rotation, it's the most slight, like one player thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to rest
keep
players.
The continuity
really
of the team alive. I get it.
That's true. Again, I'm going to call for giving Saka a game off and starting Sterling at right wing. Martinelli, I think, is finding a good run of form now. So I think this is going to be another game that is just... All we've been saying as Arsenal fans is that he needs a confidence build. And this run of games we've been having, I think, has been fantastic for that. Because even in PSG, he was very decent in the PSG game. Should have scored. I'll say that much. He should have scored. But his run of form is just going up and up and up and up with every game now. So don't stop that train. Keep it going. Start him again. Gabriel Jesus, for me, is going to be sitting bench for a while still, bro. He's definitely going to be a bit more of a bit part player. At the rate that Kai Havertz is going, bro. I think it's 24 goals and assists in this calendar year so far, which I think is really good.
Yeah.
Considering a lot of people still kind of underrate him. But yeah, I think this has to be an Arsenal win, bro. Can't look past Arsenal for this one. Like I said, 3-0.
I'm going to go 4-0.
4-0?
Yeah, 4-0.
I'd love to see a 4-0, bro.
I think you will.
Let us know your predictions for the Arsenal game as well as the Man United versus Villa game. Other fixtures on the weekend, we have got Crystal Palace at home to Liverpool.
That is tough for Palace. They've really not had a good run of form. They lost, obviously, their last game. They lost to Everton at Everton's home.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. This is, let's be honest there. Liverpool just beat Bologna 3-0 or whatever the fuck in the Champions League.
Yeah, that's true. Mo Salah scoring the most goals in a Champions League by an African player, I think now.
And I think he's going to keep scoring goals.
No?
And I think he will score in this game. Look, Crystal Palace, what can you say? They've gone and sold their best players and they have not recovered since.
Yeah.
Nketiah isn't quite firing right
what is
now.
like 2 games now?
I think it's like 3-4. But look, they need someone. Mateta also is a bit quiet right now. Look, unfortunately, the Palace is this team. They're gonna supply the big team with their players, whatever, and they will never really get past this level that they're at.
Yeah.
Especially with the players they have right now. Eze is the only threat. I'm gonna go Liverpool all day. I think Liverpool win this like 3-1.
3-1?
Yeah, 3-1. I think Alisson's back now.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah, obviously Moses like firing on all cylinders. I think Luis Diaz is arguably one of the best wingers in the Premier League right now.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it's
Gravenberch as well.
Gravenberch is
they're gonna win the
gotten the
midfield
best of him.
battle. They're
They're gonna win every
all
battle.
the key areas on the pitch.
Let's be honest, they will win every battle.
All the key areas.
If this is a man for man 1v1 type situation, Liverpool win every battle.
Yeah.
Obviously, it comes down to who plays whatever on the day. But Arne Slot's a good coach.
Arne Slot, by the way, apparently he's the first Liverpool manager to win 8 out of his first 9 games at the club.
No, look, it's a good record. Obviously, they have kind of had an easy run. Let's
That
be
is
honest.
true. That is very true.
And Klopp also left him with an incredible team.
Mm-hmm.
A team that is basically done. A team that he literally didn't have to do anything to.
Yeah, he's bought players for next season.
Yeah, he signed Chiesa for 15 mil. Other than that, he's made no signing.
Yeah.
So clearly, there's something is working there. Yeah, they should win this. To be honest, it should be comfortable. I don't know what Palace are gonna do this season. Glasner's out.
Oh, you think so?
No, I don't think so. Look,
If he is out, would you take him at United?
No. We can't have the Glazers and the Glasners. But no, look, Palace, I think they just need to stop selling their best players.
Yeah, as best they can. You know,
yeah.
as best
they do still have Ise. Spurs should have bought Ise.
I think so as well, to be fair.
But yeah, no, look, I'm going 3-1 all day.
3-1?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 2-0. 2-0 Liverpool. I'm going to say 2-0 Liverpool. I think Crystal Palace are going to go into this game knowing that they're going to lose, and they're just going to sit deep, and they're just going to basically do damage control from kickoff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going 2-0 Liverpool. Aside from that, we have got Brentford at home to Wolves. Interesting game, considering the state of both clubs at the moment.
Yeah, but look, I would say arguably Brentford are in a better place.
For sure. And also, I hate Wolves this season, so I'm backing Brentford
why do you hate
all the
Wolves
way.
this season?
Just after that opening game against Arsenal, bro. The nonsense that they got away with, bro. It annoyed me. I hope Wolves get relegated. But yeah, I'm backing Brentford right off the bat, but I'm going to say 2-1 Brentford.
Yeah, look, that's a fair shot. And Burmo is looking hot. I know he's scoring early and they're not doing much of the rest of the game, but at least he's scoring. So yeah, I kind of want to give it to Brentford too. Look, they haven't been winning a lot either, but they have kind of had some tough games.
They have had tough games, bro.
So you can't really blame them. Thomas Frank is a good manager. I know a lot of the games that they've been playing, because of the opposition, they haven't really had possession. I think in all their games they've had less than 50% possession. So look, it's not good on paper, but they should win this.
Good enough for Wolves.
Wolves are in terrible form right now.
They're definitely missing Pedro Neto.
Dude, they're missing a lot. They're missing that defender as well that they sold to West Ham, Kilman or whatever his name is.
That's true.
He was a fucking big part of this team.
They are missing him.
But again, yeah, this is what happens when you literally sell your best players. You get worse. I don't like it. It's not rocket science. So yeah, and I know. Look, speaking of sell your best players, we saw Brentford sell Tony. But he for a while has kind of been a non-factor for them. As soon as they had Wissa and Burmo in, he's kind of taken a back step.
They carried them for the whole suspension of Ivan Toney. And then once Toney came back from his suspension, he didn't exactly bring the house down with his performances.
No, he didn't. Look, I don't know. He scored that free kick in that first game back or whatever. But yeah, he hasn't really done much. Obviously, he's in Saudi League now, so rest in peace. But yeah, no, look, I'm going to go for Brentford to win this. I'll say 2-1.
2-1 as well?
Yeah, 2-1.
Sponsy's gone for a 2-2.
Okay. No, look, I think that's fair. Look, I guess Wolves aren't completely fucking dead weight. They did score 1 goal against Liverpool.
They did.
So they're not completely dead weight, but yeah.
It doesn't help that they're away in this game. But yeah, Brentford 2-1 for both of us, 2-2 for Swansea. Leicester versus Bournemouth at Leicester's home. I think this is a Leicester win, actually.
Yeah, this for me is a toss-up, dude.
It definitely is a toss-up.
Yeah.
But I guess
this could go either way.
You know,
this could be a draw, this could be a win, this could be a loss, it could be everything.
From what I saw of Leicester against Arsenal, they're going to get a win here. Because they definitely look decent against Arsenal.
But again, that's a goalkeeper having a fucking shining star game.
But
know what
even,
I mean?
like I said,
I don't think he's going to have another shining star game.
Even the 2 goals that they got, and it was at the Emirates.
Yes. No, look, that fucking volley was incredible. Yeah. But again, those aren't the type of goals that happen all the time. Those are kind of like once in a fucking lifetime goals, to be honest. So look, I can't. Bournemouth,
tough.
Yeah, no, it's actually very tough. Bournemouth, I think they have Kepa back now. They've just beat Southampton, I think, in the last game. I think they beat them 3-1. And then, look, it was at Bournemouth's home. But
I think there's something at Leicester, bro. At least for this game, I think there's something at Leicester.
Dude.
I'm going to say 2-1 Leicester for this one.
2-1 Leicester. Look.
By the way, my predictions have been terrible so far this season. I will get to the total tally
we should actually
this.
do the total tally. But yeah, look, I want to say, look, I'm leaning to Bournemouth. They haven't been great. I think arguably Leicester have been more impressive than them so far this season.
Yeah.
But I can't look past Bournemouth. Kepa being in the goal, he'll do something. So yeah, look, I'll go Bournemouth. I'll go a draw. I'll go 1-1.
1-1?
Yeah, I'll go 1-1.
I think 1-1 is fair. 1-1 is fair. Swansea is going with a Bournemouth win 2-1.
Yeah, cool.
Let us know your thoughts on that game. Another interesting game we have to talk about is Manchester City at home to Fulham.
Is this interesting?
I think it's interesting just considering that Man City did look a little bit shaky against Newcastle. Yes, it was at St. James Park.
Newcastle is much better than Fulham.
I disagree. I wouldn't say much better. I think we could say maybe better, but I wouldn't say much better.
If one of these teams is finishing in the top 4, it's Newcastle. It's not Fulham.
I still put Fulham forward instead of Newcastle. I can't lie. Alexander Isak looks very goal shy at the moment. I know Gordon is looking good. Anthony Gordon's looking good.
Anthony Gordon's looking very good.
I still like this Fulham team, bro. Maybe I'm just being biased.
I think you are just being biased.
I like the coach's style of play. And I think that style of play can hurt Man City. I think the fact that it's at the Etihad gives Man City more hope. But again, they weren't that impressive at Newcastle, bro. You saw Erling Haaland acting up like a toddler when he wasn't getting his way with the referee. I don't know, bro. I think...
we also saw him come off.
That is true, but it's not an injury.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's not injured. But yeah, I'll still say a Man City win, but I don't think it's going to be a comfortable win for them.
Look, it is fair. Fulham is a pretty good team, especially this season. Their new signings are working. Man City are looking a bit slow. I think did they have a Champions League?
No, they got a win. Yeah, they beat. I want to say Young Boys.
Oh yes, they beat Young Boys.
Like 3-0,
yeah,
I think,
they did beat Young Boys. And then before that, obviously they drew in their last Premier League game. They drew
with Newcastle.
So yeah, look, City are definitely in kind of a bit of limbo right now with the Rodri news. But again, we know City, they kind of start slow a lot of the time, and by the end of the season, will win everything.
Pretty much, bro.
So if there was ever a time to beat them or get a point, it would be now.
That's what I've been saying. Now is the time to get them, bro. They are still unbeaten.
Yeah, they are still unbeaten. And unfortunately, I think that's going to continue. I cannot see Fulham beating Man City at City's home.
Yeah.
Look, whether we see Haaland play or not, obviously he did come off. I don't think he's hurt, but whether we see him at some point, he's going to have to stop playing. He can't play every single game. He's one guy. So whether we see like Foden, false 9 come in, you know what I mean?
Foden hasn't been starting.
That's what I'm saying. So. We haven't seen Foden much, so I could kind of see them wanting to start getting Foden time and get him in there.
He did get a goal against Young Boys.
Yeah, and I think that the best way to get him in there would be to put him in as that false 9, because we've seen Grealish come in as well. Grealish has looked decent.
Yes, bro.
Obviously, Savinho's look good. So with the whole KDB and Rodri out, there is a little space there for more players like Grealish, like Foden to maybe starting. And yeah, look, either way, whether Haaland starts or not, I think City win this 3-1.
3-1?
Yeah, 3-1. Fulham have been very good. Don't get me wrong, Fulham have been very good. But City, unfortunately, are still the best team in the Premier League, without a doubt.
Even without Rodri.
Even without KDB. So yeah, I'm gonna go Man City win this 3-1.
3-1?
Yeah, 3-1.
Swansea's going 3-0 Man City. I'm gonna say 2-1 Man City.
Yeah.
2-1. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna be comfortable, bro. I don't think it's gonna be comfortable. Next up, we've got West Ham versus Ipswich. I think West Ham get another win, yeah?
Yeah, they should.
It's at their home.
What happened in their last game? I think they drew. I'm sure they're gonna feel a little. Yeah, they drew with Brentford at Brentford's home last time.
But that's a good result for them, I think, all things considered.
Yeah, all things considered. But I don't know. I think you would expect them with the new signings they've made and stuff. You would expect them. Look, I don't know Lopetegui.
Yeah,
personally. We can get to know each other, Lopetegui, but no, I don't know Lopetegui. I don't know what necessarily his style is. Obviously, it's a bit more fucking stylish than Moyes.
Yeah.
Whether it gets any results though, so far, no.
Yeah.
But you would think at some point with the new signings and the new coach,
gotta click.
Things have to start working out. Yeah,
you backed Everton last week to finally get a win and they won. Click and they got the win, bro.
But yeah, look, Ipswich is a fucking relegation team. West Ham for sure won't get relegated. That's guaranteed.
Yeah.
So I think based off of that alone and it being at West Ham's home, I think I'm gonna go West Ham win this 2-0.
2-0?
Yeah, 2-0.
I think this is another 2-1. I think Ipswich will probably bag a goal. Sponsy's also gone 2-0 West Ham.
Yeah.
So you guys are on the same mark there. But yeah, I think this is where I think West Ham slowly start to turn out the results. And I'm not sure what their next run of games is. But this Ipswich game at home, I think, is quite kind.
Yeah.
And like I said, I do, at this moment, I do think Brentford are better than they are results-wise, performance-wise so far. So I think that Brentford result for West Ham was good, even though it was a draw. Away from home to Brentford was a good result for them. And I think that they are going to get 3 points here, bro. I can't look past them. Then we've got Everton at home to Newcastle. I think Everton go back to their worst in this game.
Look, it's actually kind of weird because, like you mentioned, Newcastle haven't really been top form so far this season.
But they looked very good against Man City.
Yeah, they did look very good against Man City, and they definitely look better than Everton have looked this season.
True.
But you never know. Everton at home, obviously they beat Crystal Palace last time. Dwight McNeil came through.
Dwight McNeil, but with a brace, I think, in that game.
Yeah, he's a solid player. He's genuinely he's a solid player. And that's the thing. Everton have solid players. Genuinely, like in basically all positions, they have a solid group of guys.
That's fair.
Newcastle's is better though.
Yeah.
Newcastle
front to back,
Newcastle probably have a better coach too. I know things haven't really been looking their way, but you can't look. I'm actually tempted to say a draw for some reason, but I'm not gonna give Everton the benefit of the doubt. They don't deserve it. So I'm gonna say Newcastle win this 3-1. Same as the West Ham.
3-1 for Newcastle. I'm actually inclined to agree with you there. I'll say 3-1 Newcastle as well.
Yeah.
Sponsy's gone 4-1 Newcastle.
Yeah, give it the more the merrier.
4-1 Newcastle, but you just done backing Everton now. Now that they've got their win,
they win. Yeah, they win.
I'm done. We've got Chelsea at home to Nottingham Forest. I regret to say I think this is going to be another Chelsea walkover, bro.
Look, let's not go walkover. Nottingham Forest haven't looked bad this season.
Yeah, how do you think Nottingham Forest have looked compared to Wolves?
Better than Wolves. Remember Nottingham Forest beat Liverpool.
Oh yeah, they did. That 1-0. I just mean like, dude, Chelsea, they are scoring goals for fun at this point.
No, they are. Look, Cole Palmer, we mentioned it, is the best player in the Premier League right now. Scored 4 goals. Honestly, could have scored more goals.
Yeah.
Chelsea is a bit of an odd one.
Yeah.
Because I just when they kind of get some momentum, they have some result that sets them back 3 steps. So before we start like losing it and saying, oh, Chelsea's top 4 and blah, 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 let's not go that far yet. They're a good squad with good players. And if those players work, Nico Jackson, we get so many chances. If the players work well, they should win this game like no question. But I in terms of honestly work, I think Forest are going to work harder than them.
They will. The fact that they could get a win at Anfield, I think they have a lot of belief when it comes to these big games now.
So, look, I'm still not fully convinced by Sanchez. I'm still not fully convinced by them defensively. So, we may see some kind of showing. I know Chris Wood's been on form. Hudson Odoi. So, I'm actually not going to... I'm going to actually... I want to say draw.
You want to say draw?
I usually back Chelsea, but I want to say draw. Look, I'm going to say draw for this. I'll say 2-2 draw.
2-2?
Yeah, 2-2 draw.
I would love to see it. I don't normally back Chelsea, but I'm actually going to back them this time. After what I've been seeing in their last run of games, I think this is going to be at least a 3-0 Chelsea. I'm going to say 3-0 Chelsea. Swansea has gone 4-0 Chelsea. 4-0 Chelsea. And then the final game that we have to talk about is Brighton at home to Spurs.
This is an interesting one.
This is an interesting one, bro. I think Spurs have been obviously in high spirits. Yeah. Especially after the Old Trafford win.
Yeah.
But Brighton have been a team this season, bro.
Look, they have. Obviously, their last game, they lost 4-2 to Chelsea.
Yeah. But that was also at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, it was at Stamford Bridge. Their game before that, they drew 2-2 with Nottingham Forest at their home. So look,
which I guess is another reason to kind of back Nottingham Forest in this Chelsea game a little bit. They clearly aren't any pushovers. Yeah, I guess you're right there. They're not pushovers.
My first instinct was draw, but I realized Spurs don't draw.
Yeah, they win or lose.
I'm not gonna say draw anymore. I'm leaning more to Spurs winning. Just context. I think that again and again. Remember the stats I told you before that United game. In terms of like chances created, attacking third, like they are a very good attacking team. Spurs is. And obviously Brighton with their new coach in as well. I don't know. Look, they've looked decent. I mean, we just read a couple of the results there.
Look, they were unbeaten until the Chelsea game.
Yeah, no, exactly. They have looked pretty good, but they haven't fully convinced me that they are a threat. Whereas I do think Spurs are actually looking better than Chelsea. I think Spurs is actually a decent shout for like.
They're always threatening.
Yeah, I think Spurs is a decent shout for like top 4, top 5.
Son probably going to be back for this game.
Hopefully. And if he is, look, I can't look past Spurs. I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs.
2-0?
Yeah, 2-0
At
Spurs.
Brighton's home?
Yeah, at Brighton's home.
Nah, I'm actually going to go Brighton win.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Brighton win 3-1.
Danny Welbeck hat-trick.
Oh, my FPL needs it. I'm going to say 3-1 Brighton. I have genuinely been impressed by Brighton. And again, as much as I'm annoyed by this new manager, I do think he's good.
Yeah.
And I think that this Brighton team are definitely, like I said, I think they are probably the main pushers for dark horse for European placing next season at this current point. It was unfortunate to see them lose to Chelsea, but you kind of have to forgive them with the form that Cole Palmer alone is in. And yeah, I think that Spurs will be Spurs. And just as things start to look like they're getting better, they're going to drop a little bit. And I think this is the game that's going to happen. It doesn't help for Spurs, that it's at Brighton's home. I'm going Spurs. Ugh, can't believe I almost said the words, but I'm going Brighton win. 3-1 Brighton. Sponsy's going 2-0 Spurs. So those are our predictions for Matchweek 7 in the Premier League. Let us know your guys' predictions in the comments below. Regrettably, it is that time to get on to FPL talk. Just in closing on the Premier League predictions, like I did say earlier on, I'm doing very badly with my predictions so far this season. And last week was no different. As things stand, last week, Ethan, with your predictions, you got 5 correct. Swansea got 6 correct. And I got 3 correct. So the current standings of our little league, I am holding down that third and last place in the foot and mouth log.
Yep.
Swansea coming up in second on 25, and you're still leading the way with 27 correct.
Let's go.
So I need a big week predictions-wise. I think we've got some similarities this week, but I think enough differences for me to hopefully make up some ground. One place I'm definitely not making up any ground is FPL.
Well, you could have if you had Cole Palmer in your team.
I could have if I had Cole Palmer in my team.
But for some reason, you done no Haaland, no
no
Cole Palmer.
Haaland, no Palmer.
I don't know where your money's gone.
Just Danny Welbeck. Just Danny Welbeck. Ethan, you had another storming FPL week, I think. You're top of the table now.
No, I'm not anymore. Because with Bournemouth winning and Semenyo scoring, Keenan Fisher did have Semenyo in his team.
And he just dropped Palmer.
Yeah, he did just... let me start on my team. I got 67 points this week. The change I made was... or last week, the change I made was I brought Solanke in. Again, with the attacking stats of Spurs, you would be a fool not to bring in a Spurs attacker.
Fair enough.
And I can't afford Son, so I've done Solanke, and it worked. He scored a goal against United. He got me 6 points. But yeah, other than that, I did captain Salah. A lot of people, do we captain Haaland against Newcastle? Do we captain Salah against, I think Liverpool played Wolves? I captained Salah because I'm smart. Obviously, against Newcastle, it's such a big game. It's such a tough game. Haaland's not going to perform in that game. Let's be honest. This would be like captaining Haaland in that Arsenal game. Sure, he might get 1 goal.
But you could. There's more value elsewhere.
Yeah, and that's best case scenario. Best case scenario, he gets 1 goal. Whereas like someone like Salah against Wolves, you could easily see him getting like 2-3 goals.
Yeah, that's fair.
Look, to be fair though, he got 1 goal. And Haaland got no goals. So in me captaining Salah over Haaland, it worked out. I got 20 points over just Salah alone. Obviously, Rodgers continues to impress. He's in my team, got me 7 points. And Burma, I keep him in my team as well. He scored early, got me 9 points. And then it's all Gvardiol. Having a defender who scores all these goals and gets clean sheets for City all the time, it's kind of a win-win.
Like Gabriel.
Like exactly. And I have both of them. A lot of people don't have Gvardiol. For some reason, remember last season he was very good.
Yeah,
at the end of last season when he came in. A lot of people don't seem to have Gvardiol, though. I don't know if it's just because they're not predicting City getting clean sheets. But again, even if they don't, the chances of him scoring are pretty fucking high.
True.
And then, Andy Robinson continues to shine for me. 7 points this week. Look, My goalkeeper position is nothing, but again, I've learned from last season the goalkeeper position means nothing.
Yeah,
you don't need to spend a lot of money on a goalkeeper. It makes absolutely no difference. Focus on the outfield players. But yeah, I got 67 points. I think the average was 50, so I'm still solid over the average. What I'm gonna do this week, I don't actually know. I may just keep a lot of my team. Look, I don't know. I usually think about this like the night before.
That's a nice problem to have, though, because if you don't know, it means that your team is roughly set.
My team's pretty good. I could easily just roll transfer and go with this exact same team this week, and I think I'd be fine. But I do like to stay on top of things, and especially because I do still have Kwanzaa and Barco who don't play.
Yeah.
So my bench is one player who plays and then two who don't play.
Yeah.
So maybe I should work on my bench, get that shit in order. I do still have some money as well. But yeah, with this week, I am in second place with 434 points.
Nice.
Which is a lot of points.
I'll put the top 5 on screen as well so you guys can see where
put them up.
Stands. Rizzo is still obviously staying in the
fight. So
fight.
I'm a solid 32 points above Razine.
Yeah.
Thanks to this week. Or thanks to last week, I should say. Razine at 53 points. He decided to captain he does the captain Haaland. Which again, that was the biggest question of this
First
week.
time
Salah
he's dropped the
or
ball
Haaland?
really this season.
Who, Haaland?
No, Razine.
Yeah, no, it is. But this is a heavy ball to drop.
Yeah.
Because you just missed out on 20 points by not captaining Salah. But yeah, look, he does have Salah in his team though, so at least he got him 10 points, and Burma's got as well. Van der Ven getting 11 points over Van der Ven. You see, that's much like Pedro Porro, you know what I mean? Like Spurs defenders are actually also decent assets there.
Yeah.
Because
high point scorers.
yes, they will concede, but the chances of them doing something attacking are so high.
Because I think Van der Ven's also decent from a corner.
Yeah, no, exactly. He's also got Robinson, so that's fair point there. He's also got Duran in his team, and Duran actually got him 1 point this week, so it doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
If this was Champions League fantasy, you might have a spot. But yeah, obviously Haaland with the 4 points. He's still got Madueke in his team with 5 points. I don't know what necessarily Madueke is going to do. I know he scored a hat-trick a solid couple games ago. But ever since that hat-trick, he hasn't done much. He's consistent. I'll give you that much. He's getting 2-3 points. Obviously, the last week he got 5 points. So look, he's consistent and he gets you pretty solid, safe numbers.
Yeah.
But with this Chelsea team and the way they're going, you're probably better off with someone like Sancho, someone like Palmer, if you can afford him. But yeah, look, Madueke is not... Again, Chelsea are so attacking that having any one of those attackers in your team is decent because, the chances are they will do something. But yeah, there were a few fuck-ups, like I mentioned, where Duran got him 1 point, Saliba got him no points.
Yeah.
I at this point don't understand why you would have Saliba over Gabriel. He's cheaper.
Me neither, to be fair. I don't have either in my team, but I'd rather Gabriel just for FPL purposes.
He's cheaper. He scores goals. And then yeah, Razine also has Alisson in goal. And again, you spend a lot of money on a goalkeeper. It doesn't get you much.
Look, he's still doing better than me.
No, look, he's doing well. Like he's still this top 3 fights is still in it. And obviously Keenan Fisher is first. Backstreet Boys 53 points. So I was going to be first up until the last game week of the week when Bournemouth
fixture.
Because then Semenyo got a goal, so that's 7 points for him. But yeah, look, Keenan Fisher did also captain Salah over Haaland. Smart. He's also got Ramsdale in goal. He just chose a cheap goalkeeper who's going to play. I think that's the smart move to do. He's got Robinson as well, and then luckily the difference makers he does have they haven't really made a difference for him this week. Obviously, he's got Saliba. Saliba got nothing. Luis Diaz got 2 points. Saka got 3 points. And obviously the biggest fucking nail in the coffin was getting rid of Palmer. Yeah. Palmer got...
What a time to get rid of him.
I think Palmer got like 20-something points this week. If you had captained him, it's 50 points.
Yeah.
Look, I don't understand. Keenan Fisher, we praised you. The last episode, we praised you. Your team was perfect. I had saluted you. I had given up the reins.
That's true.
But now by taking Palmer out your team and redistributing the funds, I think you've done yourself in, mate. I don't want to call a spade, but I think you've done yourself in. Yeah, look.
At least that gap's closed for you.
No, it's a lot closer now.
If he still had Palmer in his team going into this,
I would have had no chance. But yeah, the gap between me and him right now is literally 4 points. I'm on 434. He's on 438. So any given week, I will take my rightful spot as number one, and I will win this fantasy league again.
You know, you guys are talking fours. I am currently total 316, yo.
Wow, Austin 316 says I just lost FBL.
Dude, this was the first week that I've had in like 3 or 4 weeks that I was above average. And I was above average points by 1 point. Like,
wow, feels good, eh?
I will say that the one piece of saving grace I had was the captain, Ollie Watkins, who obviously got a goal and assist for Villa, so he got me 22 points. I do have Salah in my team, and the two of them carried my team this week, bro.
Yeah.
It's not looking good, bruv. I've got Havertz as well, of course, who is someone that I'm definitely keeping in my team again for the Southampton fixture because Havertz at the Emirates equals goals. But yeah, I've got to make some changes, and I think the one change I'm probably going for is I'm going to try and work Palmer into my team this week.
There you go.
I've got to work Palmer into my team, especially with a home game. Not a home game, sorry, an away game to Brighton. Like I said, I am predicting Brighton to get a win. But I think that Palmer will probably still make something happen, whether it be another penalty or just be a worldie of a goal. I think I'm going to work him in. I can't rely on Danny Welbeck forever, unfortunately.
Nope, nobody can.
Can't rely on Danny Welbeck forever. But yeah, 51 points, nothing to write home about. I mean, right across the board, this team. I am just having a bang average FPL season.
You are. And it's your own fault.
It's my own fault. But you know what? If the worst I'm doing in FPL means the better Arsenal are doing in real life, whether you want to,
The thing is, it doesn't mean that, though.
Hey, so far Arsenal are doing really well, bro.
And it's nothing to do with you losing FPL.
No, that's actually true, bro.
You could win both. You can have both.
I'm having a terrible season predictions-wise in the Premier League and FPL-wise. But look, we're here for a good time, you know. I'm enjoying watching Arsenal play at the very least. I figured let's let someone else have a go at challenging Ethan. You know, last season I did my best.
Yeah.
Now this season I've handed the baton onto Keenan. You know, onto Keenan.
Fuck, dude. He almost dropped it this week. Someone who didn't drop it this week, I was going to shout out Kyle. Got the most points in the league this week. 76 points.
Yeah.
That's a good solid. I think he's in 16th place right now. 76 points is good, though. He does have Palmer in his team, so 25 from him. He's got Watkins. He did captain Watkins, 22 points from him. So, yeah, that's a pretty fucking good week to get top of the points in the league like that.
That is true, bro. But look, as usual, please let me know your FPL advice in the comment section below because I do still need it.
He's not going to listen to it.
I'm not good. I don't even listen to my own advice, to be fair. But yeah, let us know what you guys are doing FPL-wise. Let us know what you guys think of the predictions for Matchweek 7 in the Premier League. Thank you guys for watching the show. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll catch you in the next one.